Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here with another episode of Hearts of Iron 4, the Canada Popular State. And when we last left off, we pushed all the way through Panama, and we're lining up on the Colombian border. As far as our war declaration is concerned, 9 July is where we're going, so my hope is for the next few months, they leave us well enough alone because we are relocating our entire division, our entire army down here to the south. That may come back to bite us, and indeed it probably will, but if we want South America and we want Colombia, we have to go through the 27 to 71 divisions. Now that's a big margin for error, and if I was in charge of a country and I was told they have between 21 and 71 guys, I'll say, well, get on that, you know? So, we are currently at war, still. All of our allies are gone, and all of the nations that decided to join are alive and well, except the ones that we are plowing through. So far, we've only lost 23,000 troops in this war. The German Reich, however, has lost 500,000 troops. That's insane. I don't think we've ever had even a population of 500,000, if I'm honest. We have some free military factories, and only 136 infantry equipment 4s, or infantry equipment 3s, right? Yeah. Infantry equipment 3s remaining. So what I think we shall do is we will scale back the line that isn't producing, this one. So we'll cancel that production line completely, and we'll have 20 military factories to do our bidding. And I believe what we would like to do, I know it's a waste. We need to keep on producing. We have shipyards as well, free naval dockyards. If we were to, say, put these dockyards at the top, they will get all of the necessary iron that they need to produce light cruisers. And then I think, let's see what kind of lines that we've got. We've got 2 whole lines of fighters. Close air supports might not be too bad. If we show outdated air equipment, yeah. So we're producing these fighters, and I believe we are actually researching the Super Marine Spitfire in a month. So, I'm not sure what to do with these factories, if I'm honest. Our dockyards, we can go ahead and make some more ships. We are making light cruisers. We could make some destroyers. Well, we're making more cruisers than destroyers. But, I mean, this isn't a naval game, so, you know, I think we're better off holding off on the production, because as of now, none of these are getting the steel that they need to be full. So I really don't want to add any more and take away from the steel that we are using in the grand scheme of things. Down to 58,000 manpower, and once we get done with Colombia, I don't know how long that war is going to go, but I will go ahead and justify on Ecuador. So that way, if we do steamroll through Colombia, then Ecuador will be right next to us. 9 July into 27 July, was it? So we have basically a month to just plow on through. Enemy has air superiority in Central America, and that's fine because our aircraft are here in the northern South America air zone. So we are preparing to invade Colombia. So we really need our air forces focusing there. If they take out some factories and whatnot, I'm not too worried. Here comes Team Blue down the eastern board of the Gulf of Mexico, and they should be joining up shortly. As far as supply is concerned, we have 23 out of 37 supplies, so we can fit 14 more divisions in. So we might be running at a small deficit. Oh wow, 0 out of 37 supply. Required 0. Maybe the ports have something to do with that, since we are basically right next to a port. I'm just mainly keeping an eye out for any sort of naval invasion that might happen. And it looks like these navies are turning tail. If I was to look at our civilian factories, I believe our civilian factories are actually producing, let's see, construction. Yeah, we're putting up the naval forts in the southern North America here. And I don't know if rocket sites can fire into the ocean and be a good target for ships, but that might be something that we can be interested in. Maybe take out some of the Navy that keeps hounding us from time to time. Oh wow, 31 divisions right there on the front line, so we definitely need everything that we possibly can. They are an inferior enemy. That's fine. Yeah, we're at 46 out of 37 supply. We're using up some of this supply as well. But these guys should be full on supply, and then once they start moving into Colombia, they should get supplied up. So I'm not too worried about that. Construction 5 is done. We will be producing very quickly. So, Construction 4, let's move on to Construction 5. 8 days away from our Supermarine Spitfires, and we have plenty of Navy experience and a little bit of air, so we might be able to modify this Supermarine Spitfire and then produce the Mark I variants of those aircraft and get them down here to replace our 300 airplanes that we currently have flying overhead. Now, I don't know the strength. 115 divisions, and they have engineers and cavalry. So they don't have armor, and they have 7 mechanized. So I don't believe they can pierce unless they have, like, you know, the AT-4s or the equivalent of the AT-4s. These guys right here. So if they've researched these, we might be in trouble with our tanks. But I'm not too concerned. All right, the Supermarine Spitfire is researched. We're ahead of time on the Spiteful. We don't really need any bombers. Close air supports would be nice. So we could research the Hector to help out with our close air support. And let's go ahead and get these factory lines producing this brand new airplane. So this is the Supermarine. Let's create a variant. Let's make sure its weapons are okay. That drops the reliability down 40%. Well, we can't even do that with our points. There's 130 points with a 16% reliability, but massive air attack and lowers the agility and the max speed. If we do that, we can get a little bit less agility and speed, but a little bit more air attack. We'll save that variant as the Spitfire Mark I and turn these into Spitfire Mark Is and have them reinforce. And because we chose that focus, that tech that keeps the retention, will be good there. So Army training, we've been focusing on this continuous Army training, which lowers the division time. But I don't think we need to really produce any more divisions, so we could work on something else. We could work on building more oil, 50%, and the armor tech goes up. The walkie-talkie for electronics and signal, let's go ahead and work on that. I think the signal company would be pretty beneficial here, even if we have to pull out, say, a... What kind of support weapons do we have? Whoops, nope, cancel that, please. So we do have the signal company, so that bonus will help us improve our signal company. We are towards the end of April, and we are looking for 9 July. So we are months out. Okay, so civilian factories, well, I thought civilian factories were free. Maybe, just maybe, they're repairing up the infrastructure from the bombing and the whatnot. That's fine. Tim Buck questions the Colombian sovereignty, as we do, because we need a reason to move in. Now, I think our planning bonus will really help us out in pushing these 39 divisions back with our 34. So we don't have them outnumbered, but I believe we have them outwitted and outgunned. All right, so our free civilian factories. Can we build rocket sites? Let's just line our east coast with rocket sites and see if we can actually get these rockets out here in the ocean. That might be something we can do. So carriers, bombers, all that stuff. So it don't look like we've researched the rocket yet. We might be waiting on that. Or maybe we have. Let's see. I thought the rockets were selectable and then I could select the eastern seaboard as a location. But even if they fire automatically, that's fine. Maybe that's why the Navy decided to turn tail. Either that or they're going to be working their way around, what is this, the Cape of Good Hope? Or is the Cape of Good Hope under Africa? I failed geography. But around the southern tip of Chile and Argentina, and they might be trying to land over here, since they know that the eastern seaboard is pretty well defended. And in fact, I think our Navy, let us merge the whole fleet and have them high priority and patrol. Yeah, go ahead and patrol. So our Navy's going to go out and peek out, see what we can see. Oh, there they are. They're moving into the Gulf of Mexico. All right, so we'll tell our old Navy if they could patrol as well in the Gulf of Mexico, please. So as we're moving around, we are seeing some of the ships, and we might get naval combat. I mean, we sort of had them outnumbered for a bit. We can sort of shoot down the Japanese fleet, but I am sure, yeah, we're sort of wrecking face with that naval game. All right, air support efficiency, absolutely. We're using a crap ton of the close air support. One more month or so until Colombia has justified. We definitely want to get there, and I don't want to see any naval invasions up here. That would not be nice. So yeah, the Navy's moving all around, and we sort of got them pinned in the Gulf of Mexico. We can sort of catch them as they go from place to place. I thought they sailed back, but it looks like they're trying to punch a hole in Florida here. Yeah, a lot of activity there, as I imagine there would be. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to use some of these dockyards to make more ships. So let's go ahead and do that. Our light cruisers, and we've got tons of naval experience. So let's turn on the guns, turn up the engines, and the reliability. Let's scale back on 2 of the engines and increase the reliability just a touch. There we go. So the light cruiser Mark 1. Let's do the Mark 1. And then have these guys produce light cruiser Mark 1s. 25 per days of production, that's fine. Because I kind of want those better ships to come out, and we had all that naval, the naval experience to spend, so why not? This is going to be a slugfest crossing this border, and I don't believe there's a river here. So luckily it's not a river crossing. Until we get a few providences in, we will crush the bourgeois dictatorship. And we won't declare on Ecuador until Colombia is secured, and then we will roll right into Ecuador. I don't believe Ecuador will pose much of a threat, 19 divisions, so as long as we don't lose a metric crap ton of divisions here, we could go ahead and follow through and push through there. I believe maybe our ships are keeping these guys at bay, which is what I am super psyched about. Because we need to focus on the on our southern efforts. The Stuart Kangaroo is done. That was the improvement of the Austin. We can go up to the Ram Kangaroo, and then we will swap our production line from the ye old Austin K5 to the Stuart Kangaroo. So go ahead, guys. You know what to do. Just keep that motorized equipment coming. No template. For which one? Oh, we don't have any mechanized in our forces. So that's why that need is filled. It might not hurt. We have some manpower to spend. If we were to edit this and put a division of motorized in here, or mechanized. So there's motorized and mechanized. And if we did that, that costs 13,000 manpower, requires 1,200 infantry equipment. Let's just do that. And that way we can reinforce. We've got plenty of infantry equipment and we're producing those mechanized. We're pulling from our manpower pool. Yeah, these guys should be okay. Oh geez, is that a naval invasion? Turkey, up here in Canada again. Well, we're almost to the break point. If we can get Colombia to fold, then I will turn one of these divisions back around. I'm not too concerned with Turkey and the United Kingdom yet until they really start moving in. So that's fine. I just want to get to the war here. Radio detection is done. Now we can make new radar stations, which we might do with our civilian factories. I know about our imports, that's fine. No one wants to trade with us because we're the butthole of the world. All right, here we go. 9 July, we are about a week and a half away from pulling into Colombia. Hopefully our ships, which I can go ahead and, can I assign you to this here? Oh, one of them's in combat. So I gotta wait until one of them is out of combat. We're repelling the Japanese forces, or at least I thought we were. There we go, merge them up. And they're on their way. They may get, ganked as soon as they leave, but that's fine. The CMP truck is done, so the walkie-talkie will grant us bonus to that signal company, and we will take that. The Florida coast has naval combat, of course it does. We're actually sort of trying to push them back now. And here we go. 9 July, 5 days. And we can slow it back down to speed 3 or so, tell the generals to engage their plan, and we're going to be off to the races. So this should be a good initial push through here, and then when the two divisions break off, here we go. Justification is complete. Let's go down to speed 2. Let us declare war on Colombia. Send it. And then we will tell both generals to execute their plan. Of course, the Colombia joined the Allies. And let's see what kind of damage we're doing. They have a stack penalty and enemy air superiority, but a lot of divisions are just waiting to fill in. So this is going to be a pretty knockout, drag-out battle. I know we're currently winning, that's fine. Oh, we have free dockyards, of course we do. Go ahead and get that to the top of the queue, please. I forgot to assign those dockyards, but they'll fill in and give us more light cruisers. It's nice to know that we have the air superiority. And they can pierce our tanks, so I don't like the look of that. They're heavily entrenched, but so are we. We have massive defensive bonuses. Our general should be pushing through, but we knew this was going to get ugly. We knew that we had to break these guys, and once this motorized runs off, we can focus solely on the infantry, and that is a lot of divisions of infantry. Could you imagine actually being on this front line, just two enemies staring at one another, and when when the call comes in to go, they just open fire and just let them have it. How's our naval invasion going? So the United Kingdom is taking pot shots. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get our navies together. Where did our navy go? Where are you, Canada Fleet 2? And then we want to select you guys and merge them up. Get you two out there and running. And we may push them back. Oh, wow, we repelled the whole kit and caboodle. All right, boys, let's move in. Sweet. So we broke them, well, not completely. Their organization was down, but it seems that they decided to retreat and run away. So we should be, yeah, we're pushing into Colombia now, and the divisions will break off and should go to their respective plans. And then the Colombian army has outright, flat out disappeared. And now we're defending. There we go. We have air support, but they have air superiority. That's fascinating. So is their air force coming to aid them? 15 planes. Looks like we are effectively defending. Yeah, these guys are sort of surrounded and they're routing. They have no organization, and I don't know if their reserves can be called in. It just looks like they don't have the signal company. They don't have the initiative to push like we do. So if one of our divisions fall, there's another one there right in there to take its place. So we are making good moves. Naval invasion is okay. Let's go ahead and get our fleet selected. Fleet 2, and you guys merge up. So off to the races you go. All right, boys, how are ya? They're trying to rout. They're trying to go down. La Libertad is a victory point. We have Cartagena and Medellin. And we're uncovering some more of their troops. They tried to get some divisions in basic training, but we are defending well. We do have air superiority, and they cannot pierce us. None of those divisions could pierce us. All right, Ecuador is done justifying. I almost pulled a George W. Bush. Justificating. We're done justificating against Ecuador. But that is fine. We will get Colombia taken before we focus on Ecuador. United Kingdom essentially just wanted that port, it seems. So that is fine. Here we go. We are making the push. 1 out of 2 could pierce our division, so they do have a little bit of combat in them to repel our tanks, but not a whole awful lot. Yeah, that poor division's in low supply and outrun. Are you guys going up north? You are. You need to support that, for sure. There we go. So the general realized, holy crap, these divisions are in trouble. They need some support, and support we shall give them. We will try to push to Bogota, but once these divisions route around, whichever division gets down here to the south, I'm going to have them route around and take the capital from behind. Construction 5 is done. Let's get some resource gain efficiency out of this piece. We're sort of losing that battle there. All right, here we go. So these divisions here are all splitting. Once the one division breaks off over here, then I'll wheel him around. And we are pushing to the capital. We are making a concerted effort. We can try to get them out of the war as quickly as possible, which is the ultimate goal. And here comes Ecuador down there like, WTF? What's going on up there in Colombia? All right, so both lines are still pushing in. At least they should be. Yeah, they're going all over the place. These generals are pushing aggressive and not letting them regroup, for sure. We're moving into the capital. They're trying to reinforce up, but they don't have the initiative to join each other. So we're essentially pushing through and wiping both together. Now I would kind of like to adjust my line for the red team. The Hawker Hector. Awesome. 151 days. Let's go ahead and get the Spiteful out of the way. Are you guys making the concerted push? You are not. So here's what we're going to do. Team Red, I'm going to readjust your attack vector. And your front offensive line will consist of pushing down through here. And that is a terrible, terrible push, but you're good for it. I just want the north to be secured while these divisions here in the south move. Team Blue will come and wrap around. The Legionnaires in Bulgaria join the Axis. And they are our enemy. That's fine. Legionnaire Bulgaria. I don't care. We're never going to see them in this war, that is for sure. Look, guys, this is a victory point. So if you could go ahead and take this, that would be great. We should be winning all of these battles, making the concerted push. No more victory points down here to the south. We do have their capital. So, I mean, this should be the capital right here. And their organization is shot. We are reinforcing well. They can pierce our divisions. They can pierce half our divisions. A few supply issues, but not too awful bad. Now let's move our Air Force. These 3 fighters down here. And what is their mission here? Okay, so they're still good in this region. So we'll keep them just trucking on in this region. The aircraft are redeploying, so we should get... Why do the enemy have air superiority? 300 fighters to our 0. Excuse me, I'm sorry? Here we go. Knock them the crap out, fighters. Go ahead and show them what for. There we go. Let's take their capital and see if this makes them fold like a paper house. Yeah, we're pushing into these Badlands, and this looks to be one big state here, so shouldn't take much to push on through. And then once these divisions push in, there we go. Colombia has folded. So now the question is, do we need all 17, or do we need all 34 divisions to finish off South America? The answer would probably be yes in the terms of Brazil. But what I will do is, just in case, he's a level 6, he's a level 5, I want my level 6 general to have a front line right here on Ecuador, and your big offensive, actually your spearhead, will be right here. For Team Red, I want to get you guys right here on this front line. And then you will end up pushing to the back shore. All right, let's get them reorganized. So in the next episode, we will be ready to plow on through to Ecuador. 9 infantry. They do have a lot of anti-tank, however. It might prove difficult, but what we'll do is we'll go ahead and readjust our air forces. Whoops. All 3 of you guys will move down here. And what airspace is down here, I wonder? Still the Northern Southern America airfield, or airspace. All right, so the divisions are going. Great Britain hasn't shown really much of anything else. So we are making that concerted push, ladies and gentlemen. I will pause it here. And that's going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we'll plow through Ecuador, and let's go ahead and start working on Venezuela to conquer Bolivar. And that will be nice. Then we will essentially try to surround Brazil. We'll pick off the UK here, the German Reich, and France, since we're already at war. Once we take Venezuela, we can just move here and then we'll work on Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay, Argentina, Uruguay, and Chile, and try to get Brazil surrounded as much as we can and make that last concerted push. The end is in sight, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming along and joining the ride. That's going to do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Hearts of Iron 4 video. Take care.